Hello, beautiful Libra souls. Come a little closer and listen carefully, because what I'm about to share is more than a simple message. Around June 20th and 21st, as the light of the summer solstice reaches its peak, something meaningful begins to shift beneath the surface of your world. Are you ready to hear something that could change the way you see your path in the most beautiful way? A powerful new chapter is beginning to unfold, and a blessing you have hoped for, prayed for, and perhaps stopped expecting may finally be finding its way into your hands. Hello, my beloved Libra. This is a space where your heart can be understood, where the parts of you that have carried uncertainty can finally exhale, and where meaningful messages arrive exactly when they are meant to. Today feels especially important, and I encourage you to stay with me through this entire journey because a special card will appear later in this video. It carries a message that feels deeply connected to the Libra soul, and it may offer the answer you have quietly been waiting for over many years. Before we go any further, if something inside you is already responding to these words, and you can sense that feeling of recognition beginning to rise, take a moment to press the like button as a signal that you are open to receive. If you have not already subscribed, make sure you do so, that you never miss future messages like this one. And in the comments below, type, "I am ready for my rebirth," to affirm that you are ready to welcome what belongs to you. Let's create a shared wave of intention together. And before we continue, I want to offer a heartfelt thank you to everyone who helps support this channel. If these messages bring you comfort, clarity, or encouragement during challenging seasons, and you would like to help keep this space growing, you can support through the link in the description or the QR code on your screen. Every act of support, no matter the amount, helps these messages continue reaching the people who need them most, and it allows this beautiful community to keep sharing light with one another. To those who have already contributed, thank you. Your kindness means more than words can express. As you listen, I want you to imagine yourself connecting with the deepest part of your own energy. I'm tuning into that place within you that continues to seek harmony, even after periods of imbalance, where the whispers of spirit and the universe carry a message of return. It is the frequency of clarity returning, the frequency of light returning, and most importantly, dear Libra, the frequency of a new beginning taking shape. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your thoughtful comments, your support, and every time you have shared one of these videos with someone who is trying to find their way through a difficult season. More than anything, thank you for continuing to believe that there is meaning beyond the challenges you have faced, and for holding on to that quiet hope even when life felt uncertain. That faith matters more than you know. Today, the cards appeared like stars re-emerging through clouds after a long stretch of darkness. They are not here to focus on what has been difficult. They are here to remind you that you have already come farther than you realize. And the strongest message arrives through the Justice card, which appeared not once but twice, making its presence impossible to ignore. This is a clear sign that balance is beginning to return. It does not feel like a faint knock at the door. It feels like steady rain finally reaching land that has waited far too long for relief. It feels like a hidden stream nourishing roots that have been quietly longing to grow again. Something that has been out of alignment is moving back toward its proper place. I know you, Libra. You carry a natural desire for fairness, understanding, and harmony. You are often the one who helps others find common ground, the one who listens, the one who tries to bring peace when situations become difficult. But how many times have you invested your energy in restoring balance for everyone else while feeling that your own life remained tilted in the wrong direction? Perhaps you have asked yourself more than once why. Why did I have to experience all of this? Or, when will things begin to shift for me? Today I want to offer a different perspective, one that feels especially important during this season of renewal. If you look honestly at everything you have been through, you may notice something remarkable. Through every challenge, you never abandoned who you truly are. You continued to choose kindness when disappointment would have been easier. You continued to trust when circumstances gave you reasons to doubt. You protected the light within your heart, even during moments when confusion and pain seemed overwhelming. And beautiful soul, there is a quiet strength in that which deserves to be recognized. Life has never been about avoiding every fall. It has always been about the way you rise afterward. And now, that rise is beginning to take form. Alongside the promise carried by the Justice card appears the Page of Pentacles, a card that feels like the first green shoot emerging from the earth after a long season of waiting. The opportunity that seemed lost, the acknowledgement that never arrived, the apology that remained unsaid, or the possibility you thought had passed you by may be returning. Yet it is returning in a different way, now something more real, more grounded, and more tangible. What once felt distant is beginning to take shape in a form you can actually hold. For Libra, this message carries special meaning. You are naturally drawn toward balance, understanding, and creating harmony in the spaces around you, yet you often wish clarity would arrive sooner rather than later. The Page of Pentacles, an earth-centered card, speaks of a seed taking root in solid ground. It points toward a genuine opportunity, something real and tangible that can begin to grow. This could appear as a new professional path, an unexpected improvement in your finances, an idea that suddenly feels practical enough to pursue, or even the deep comfort of feeling truly appreciated, understood, and valued exactly as you are. As this new chapter begins, uncertainty starts to fade into the background. The confusion that once clouded your view begins to lift. Everything is becoming clearer, like the summer solstice sun, illuminating a landscape that had been hidden in shadow. So if you find yourself standing between hesitation and hope, remember this: the universe does not call a soul forward before it is prepared. And dear Libra, your moment has arrived. Your name is being carried on a current of change, not so you can remain where you are, but so you can step into what is waiting for you. You have moved through emotional tides that would have hardened many people, yet you have managed to preserve your kindness and warmth. You continued to care, continued to hope, and continued to seek connection, even when life tested your faith. That may be one of your greatest accomplishments. The world did not take away your ability to love, and that quiet strength matters more than you realize. Real healing is not found in shutting yourself off from the world. It does not come from building emotional distance or protecting yourself from every possible disappointment. It comes from finding the courage to open your heart again, even while understanding the risks that come with vulnerability. That willingness to remain open is part of the gift that is now taking shape. What is approaching is not merely an event happening outside of you. It is the visible result of choices you made when no one else was watching. It is every moment you chose compassion over resentment, every time you responded with understanding instead of blame, and every occasion when you held on to hope rather than surrendering to bitterness. Nothing has been overlooked. Every quiet prayer, every tear shed in private, every moment you gathered your own strength during difficult nights has been witnessed. If there was ever a time when you whispered, "I don't know if I can keep going," remember that even then something important was being planted. Those moments were preparing the ground for what is now beginning to emerge. Can you sense what that deeper gift might be? Stay with me a little longer, because very soon the message your soul most needs to hear will reveal itself. And if these words have touched something within you, leave an affirmation in the comments. Type, "I am ready to receive the good things the universe is sending me." You can also press the like button as a quiet promise to yourself that you are no longer shrinking away from your own light. Every time you share what genuinely moves your heart, you invite that energy to circulate back into your life. Now let us continue, because a deeper part of you is listening very closely. There are seasons in life when truth arrives with undeniable force. Sometimes it enters gently, and sometimes it appears simply because it can no longer remain hidden. For you, Libra, this feels like one of those defining moments. What was once difficult to understand is beginning to reveal itself. You are approaching a period of awakening. What has felt uncertain, blurred, or difficult to interpret will gradually come into focus. Questions that have lingered in the back of your mind for far too long are moving toward resolution. It is as though the light of the solstice is reaching places that confusion once occupied. Truth and revelation are drawing closer, and they may arrive more quickly than you expect. Whether these realizations feel comforting or initially challenging, they serve the same purpose. They restore balance, They return things to their rightful place, because light always finds its way back, even after the longest stretch of darkness. If you have felt surrounded by uncertainty, constantly trying to interpret situations or understand the intentions of others, that guessing game is coming to an end. Clarity is approaching. You will begin to recognize who is genuine, who is only passing through your experience for a season, and who arrived to teach an important lesson. More importantly, you will gain a deeper understanding of what truly brings you peace. And one lesson I have come to trust is this: peace does not always come from knowing every answer. Sometimes it comes from no longer being afraid of what the answer might be. The Judgment card appears in this message as a powerful call to awareness. It asks you to open your eyes, see clearly, and welcome the truth that has been waiting for the right moment to emerge. This truth is not only about people or circumstances around you, it is also about yourself. It speaks to the limitations you may have unknowingly placed on your own potential, and the gifts you have forgotten were always there. I truly believe that few things are more liberating than facing the truth directly, even when it feels uncomfortable at first. Because the moment you accept what is real is the same moment you begin to experience genuine freedom. And that freedom, Libra, is something no one can take away from you once it becomes yours. It is like the ocean that keeps its depth, whether the surface is peaceful or stirred by a storm. Some realizations may bring a touch of sadness. Certain people may drift beyond the circle of trust, and a few expectations you carried for a long time may quietly fade away. Yet what follows is something far more valuable: relief. It feels like the final veil of mist lifting from a landscape at sunrise, allowing you to see everything exactly as it is. In that clarity, you begin to understand that releasing what no longer belongs is not a loss. It is the wisdom that comes from knowing both your limits and your value. Not every truth arrives wrapped in comfort, but every truth creates space for freedom. The deeper lesson here is not about deciding who was right or wrong. It is about recognizing that you have every right to choose what feels right for you. That realization marks a new level of maturity. There comes a moment when you stop waiting for approval before honoring your own heart. You stop shaping yourself around the expectations of others and begin living in a way that feels genuinely aligned with who you are. That is where real balance begins. It is where your life starts reflecting your truth instead of someone else's idea of it. I believe this is the season when you will feel ready to release what no longer fits, even if you once cared deeply about it. You will find the strength to set boundaries without guilt and make choices without constantly seeking validation. For the first time in a long while, your inner compass feels steady, and that certainty may be one of the greatest gifts you can receive. The beautiful thing is that the universe does not offer clarity and then leave you standing alone with it. It also places something tangible within reach. The Page of Pentacles appears again as a reminder that what you need, whether it is an answer, recognition, or a genuine opportunity, is beginning to take form. This time, it carries substance and reality. There is no sense of endless waiting attached to it. There are no substitutes and no half measures. If you have ever told yourself this is taking too long, or wondered if your efforts would ever amount to something meaningful, know that this period holds the potential to surprise you, especially in situations where you gave your best and saw little in return. The results you have been waiting for are beginning to emerge. The seeds have already been planted, and now the season of growth is arriving. What you receive will nourish more than your circumstances. It will also bring healing to a heart that has carried more than its share of uncertainty. If these words resonate with you, press the like button and share this video as a way of affirming to the universe: I am ready to live a life that is authentic, clear, and abundant. Sometimes the smallest action carries the strongest intention. It becomes a quiet declaration that you are stepping into a new chapter. Yet there is still something more to explore, and it may be the most meaningful gift this season has to offer. It is not something another person can hand to you. It is something that already exists within your own courage. Stay with me, because your soul is approaching a moment that feels deeply significant. There are times in life when your eyes do not need proof because your heart already knows. It is the feeling that comes after a long journey finally reaches its turning point. Not a journey measured in miles, but one measured through growth, reflection, and personal transformation. Around this solstice season, that feeling becomes especially strong. A long cycle is drawing toward completion. One chapter that has carried lessons, challenges, and moments of profound growth is preparing to close. And you, Libra, with your patient heart and your desire to keep choosing understanding, even when it was difficult, are standing before something meaningful. There is a sense that what you have been moving toward is finally coming into view. You are not here by chance. Every disappointment you carried, every act of forgiveness that arrived without an apology, every moment you continued giving even when your own spirit felt tired, has mattered. None of it disappeared into silence. All right remains part of a larger story that has been unfolding. Now it is as if the universe is gently whispering, "I remember." What approaches is more than a reward. It is the restoration of balance. When people move through hardship without allowing bitterness to define them, something remarkable happens. Their pain becomes wisdom, and that wisdom becomes light. Libra, you have been walking that path, and now that light is beginning to shine back towards you, illuminating what comes next. The Three of Pentacles often appears as confirmation of this process. It suggests that your dedication and effort are finally being recognized. The acknowledgement may not arrive through grand applause. Instead, it may come through genuine respect from people who have quietly observed your journey. It could appear as an invitation to collaborate, a conversation that shifts the direction of your career, or even someone who once doubted you recognizing your value. Authenticity has a way of revealing itself over time. If you have been pursuing a new opportunity, rebuilding financial stability, or creating a stronger foundation for your future, this period can feel like the moment when scattered pieces begin fitting together. Not because luck suddenly appeared, but because you continued planting the right seeds, even when the ground seemed difficult and uncertain. And now, Libra, you are entering your season of blossoming. There is a lesson life eventually teaches all of us. Quiet kindness, steady devotion, and love given without keeping score are never wasted. They simply move at their own pace, like a garden waiting for the right season to bloom. What once seemed invisible begins revealing its value in ways you could not have anticipated. The Empress appears here as a beautiful symbol of abundance, nurturing, and growth. Her presence suggests improvements that extend beyond practical matters and reach into the deeper layers of your life. Yes, finances or health may begin moving in a positive direction, but so can your sense of security, support, and inner peace. There is a growing feeling that you are being guided toward greater harmony. People who once misunderstood your sensitivity or viewed your emotions as a weakness may begin seeing them differently. They may finally recognize that your ability to care deeply has always been one of your greatest strengths. Libra, you are entering a season where emotional awareness becomes an advantage rather than a burden. The qualities you once questioned within yourself begin revealing their true value. If these words resonate with your heart, leave an affirmation in the comments such as, "I receive my reward with gratitude because I know I've been through so much and still kept my light." Or simply press the like button as a gentle message to the universe that says, "I understand now. I am ready." What is approaching is more than an outcome. It is proof that light always finds its way through, no matter how many clouds stand in its path. And please stay with me a little longer. The most meaningful part of this transformation cannot be measured through a job title or a number in a bank account. It exists in a much deeper place within you. There is an important reminder waiting to be uncovered, and we are approaching it now. There are moments when restlessness appears without an obvious explanation. On the surface, everything may seem to be functioning as it should. Life continues moving, responsibilities continue unfolding, and yet something inside feels stuck, as though you are standing beside still water that no longer reflects who you are becoming. For Libra, that feeling often comes from an inner desire for greater alignment. It is not always about material circumstances. It is the soul recognizing that a meaningful change is needed. During this period, the universe may send a clear signal, a gentle but unmistakable invitation to move beyond what has become stagnant. Whether you are working online, navigating a partnership, exploring international opportunities, or seeking greater financial stability, positive movement begins to appear. Yet the most important shift is not found in money or career alone. It is found in the feeling of life flowing freely through you again. Something that felt blocked begins moving once more. The combination of the Four of Cups and the Two of Pentacles suggests an unexpected gift. It may not arrive in the exact form you imagined, yet it carries precisely what you need. It could be a fresh opportunity, an unexpected offer, or even a brief conversation that awakens something within you that has been asleep for far too long. This gift is not designed simply to make you comfortable. Its purpose is to help you move beyond a space that once felt safe, but has gradually become restrictive. Familiarity can be comforting, but sometimes it quietly limits growth. The universe understands when it is time for something new to emerge. Not everyone is willing to leave behind what they know. Yet Libra, when your heart recognizes a deeper truth, it becomes difficult to ignore. You may question yourself. You may weigh every option more than once, but eventually you listen to the quiet wisdom within you, and that willingness to honor your truth is one of your greatest strengths. The Empress appears again as a promise that an opening exists, even if you cannot fully see it yet. A door may already be standing before you. Reaching it could require releasing something that no longer brings fulfillment, perhaps a comfortable job that lacks meaning, a relationship that no longer grows, or a routine that no longer grows, or a routine that no longer reflects who you are becoming. Yet that release is not a loss. It is part of the process of stepping into a more authentic version of yourself. I truly believe that the universe rarely removes something out of punishment. More often, it gently guides us away from places that can no longer support our growth. The door you have been holding onto may be preparing to close, but not because you failed. It may simply be making room for something larger that is waiting ahead. That next doorway asks only one thing of you: the willingness to take a step forward when the moment arrives. You may be facing an important decision right now, surrounded by possibilities and questions. Part of you seeks certainty, while another part longs to follow your heart. Remember this: the universe brings opportunities when you are ready to receive them, never too early and never too late. And if hesitation is still present, the answer may not come from gathering more opinions. What you need most is trust. Trust that when the time arrives, you will recognize the path that belongs to you. You will know exactly what to do. If this message has stirred something within you, leave an affirmation in the comments. I am ready to leave the old waters to truly live. Or gently press the like button as a signal to the universe that you have heard the call. Because what is approaching is more than an opportunity. It is a new chapter, quietly making its way toward your horizon. And dear one, there is still a deeper part of this message waiting to unfold. It carries a feeling of recognition that may touch your heart in an unexpected way. It may even invite you to look back on past sorrows through an entirely different lens. Stay with me for just a few more minutes, because what we have been building toward is about to reveal itself. Sometimes the most valuable gift in life is not an accomplishment or a milestone. Sometimes it is the moment someone truly sees you and quietly says, "Thank you for being here." Those simple words can carry more meaning than years of effort ever could. Libra, the past months, and perhaps even the past few years, may have asked a great deal from you. You have carried responsibilities that few people fully understood. You have given your time, your energy, and at times your emotional strength to preserve relationships, support others, or hold together situations that mattered deeply to you. You remained present when others chose to walk away. You continued giving when your own reserves felt depleted. There were moments when you kept your thoughts to yourself, even though your heart longed to speak. Yet through it all, you stayed connected, you listened, and you continued offering care in the thoughtful way that comes so naturally to you. During this season, the universe seems ready to reflect something back to you, not as repayment, but as a reminder that the kindness and light you have carried have never gone unnoticed. The Empress appears once again, not only as a symbol of nurturing and abundance, but also as a symbol of acknowledgement. She arrives with the energy of being truly seen. Someone you once cared for deeply, someone you forgave, understood, or continued to hold in your heart, may find a way to express gratitude that you never expected to receive. It may not arrive through dramatic words or grand gestures. It could be something as simple as a look, a moment of honesty, or a change in behavior that speaks louder than anything else. And in that moment, you may realize that genuine love does not disappear. It often unfolds in its own time. At the same time, a stronger sense of balance begins returning to different areas of your life. Your home environment may feel more peaceful. Your well-being may feel steadier. Relationships that once carried tension can begin moving toward greater ease and understanding. What makes these shifts meaningful is that they are not being created from the outside in. They are emerging from within you. They are the result of the patience, compassion, and grace you continued choosing even during difficult periods. The harmony you are beginning to experience is rooted in the work your heart has already done. That is why it feels genuine and lasting. You may also notice something reappearing that once seemed forgotten. An old dream, a postponed plan, or a creative vision you set aside could begin calling your attention again. Perhaps you convinced yourself that the timing was wrong, that you were not ready, or that the opportunity had passed. Yet now it feels as though that dream has been quietly waiting for you all along. At the same time, hidden truths continue rising to the surface. An apology that was never spoken, an answer that once felt impossible to find, or a recognition you secretly hoped for may begin revealing itself. You may also notice that people who once avoided accountability are now facing realities they can no longer ignore. But your role has changed. You are no longer standing at the door demanding justice. You have already crossed that threshold. There is a maturity within you now that understands the power of release. You no longer need an apology in order to forgive. You no longer require someone else to admit their mistakes before you can move forward. You understand that forgiveness is not about what another person deserves. It is about the peace that you deserve. You deserve a life that is not weighed down by old hurts. You deserve the freedom that comes when truth has been acknowledged and emotional burdens are finally set aside. In the space created by that release, love begins to take on a new shape. It becomes deeper, healthier, and far more authentic. If you're already sharing your life with someone, this connection may help redefine what love means. It becomes less about sacrifice and more about being fully yourself while still feeling appreciated and understood. Love begins to feel like partnership rather than self-abandonment. And if you are single, keep your heart open. There may be someone whose path is gradually moving closer to yours. Not someone who arrives to rescue you, but someone who is ready to build something meaningful beside you, grounded in honesty, emotional maturity, and mutual respect. If these words resonate deeply with you, leave an affirmation in the comments such as, "I embrace the truth, love, and healing the universe sends." Or simply press the like button as a gentle way of saying, "I am ready." Because what is approaching may not arrive with great noise or spectacle, but it has the power to fill your heart with genuine gratitude. The time has come. We have reached the final stage of this month's journey. Yet in many ways, it feels like the opening of something entirely new within you. The special card is here now, carrying the central message for you, Libra. It brings together every theme we've explored so far. It is the Chariot, strengthened by the energy of the world. The Chariot carries the energy of forward movement, quiet determination, and the confidence that comes from finally knowing where your heart wants to go. It feels as though the universe is placing the reins softly into your hands and whispering, "You are ready. You have the wisdom to choose your path." Trust what you know deep within. For Libra, this is not about pushing harder or controlling every outcome. It is about moving ahead in harmony with your truth, your values, and the life you are ready to create. Alongside it stands the World, a card of completion, fulfillment, and the successful closing of a major chapter. Together, these cards bring a beautiful message. Your rebirth is not happening by chance. It is the natural unfolding of every lesson you have learned, every wound you have healed, and every moment you chose growth over giving up. You have done the inner work. You have restored balance where there was once uncertainty. You have released what no longer belongs in your story and created space for something more aligned with who you are becoming. Now the road ahead is revealing itself, and all that remains is for you to keep moving forward with clarity, trust, and faith in yourself. As the light of the summer solstice shines across June 20th and 21st, you may begin noticing meaningful signs appearing around you. The numbers 6, 21, 222, or even 666 may catch your attention repeatedly. Think of them as gentle reminders that you are supported, guided, and never truly walking this path alone. Each number carries its own message. The number 6 reflects harmony, love, beauty, and balance. The number 21 speaks of completion and the opening of a new doorway. The appearance of 222 reminds you to trust the timing of your life and stay aligned with your heart, while 6666 invites you to return to inner balance whenever the outside world feels overwhelming. If you would like one affirmation to carry with you through this powerful season, let it be this: I welcome balance, clarity, and abundance into my life, and I allow my inner light to guide every step forward. Write it down. Whisper it each morning. Leave it in the comments below as a declaration to yourself and to the universe. Every affirmation is a seed, and with patience, intention, and care, that seed begins to bloom. And if this message has brought you comfort, clarity, or encouragement during this chapter of your journey, there is another beautiful way to help this space continue growing. You can support the channel through the link in the description or the QR code on your screen. Every act of support, no matter the size, helps these messages continue reaching the hearts that need them most and allows this community of light to keep growing together. To everyone who has already supported the channel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your kindness, generosity, and belief in this work help create a place where people can find hope, healing, and inspiration exactly when they need it. And if these words resonate with you, if you can feel something gently shifting inside your heart, press the like button one more time as your message to the universe: yes, I am ready. Share this video with another Libra in your life. It may be exactly the message they were meant to hear during this season of transformation. Thank you for being here, for listening with an open heart, and for bringing your beautiful energy into this space. Continue honoring your sensitivity, your wisdom, and your gift for creating harmony, because those qualities are among your greatest strengths. Your light is needed, your presence matters, and this new chapter is only beginning to unfold. I'll see you in the next message, where another meaningful journey awaits.